Finn, what's yours?
I'm right.
I wanted to go over Rey in Star Wars The Last Jedi. This is Mike Zero here once again. If you guys are new here to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. I thank you also very much for the kind support that is greatly appreciated. Now, as we go into The Last Jedi, we do know that director Rian Johnson will be bringing some very heavy revelations to the table that have all to do with characters Kylo Ren, Rey, Luke Skywalker, and a new understanding of the Force itself. So as we go into this film, I really wanted to look at the possibilities of what both Disney and Lucasfilm could have done with Rey as a character and her revelation that would truly shock fans. And I think that one of them could very well be that Rey is actually not her real name. Now, let me just explain, and I'm sure a lot of you guys know about this, but in Star Wars The Force Awakens, we do see Rey wearing that old Rebel helmet. And on the left portion of that helmet, we do see some Arabic writing. And if we look at the chart here, we can translate it to R-A-E-H, spelling out Rey in a different way. Now, Rey, alright, actually has this old note, according to Rey's survival guide on the planet Jakku. This is what she wrote. I have an old Rebel helmet I've kept around. One of the first things I ever found, scrounging the graveyard. The name on it says, Captain Dosmet Rey, of the Tirfon Yellow Aces. When I was a kid, I liked to make up stories about Captain Rey, about who she was, and what planet she might have come from. So it seems like that Rey, portrayed by Daisy Ridley, when she was a kid, was very much inspired and very much, you know, looking up to this Rebel pilot, and she would imagine these adventures of this Rebel pilot and where she may have came from. And do note that this pilot was a she. So I don't think it's too far off to say that maybe Rey, in honor of this Rebel pilot, since maybe Rey didn't know exactly who her real name was, or what her real name was, maybe in honor of that Rebel pilot, she named herself after this mysterious pilot that died many, many years ago after discovering her helmet. And it's spelt in a different way, where as opposed to R-A-E-H, it's now R-E-Y. And I think that as we go into Star Wars The Last Jedi, I think it would be very interesting if they took the concept of Kira and placed it into that film. We do know that director J.J. Abrams originally wanted to name Rey as Kira and changed it over to Rey because it did sound cooler. Now, this was actually told in a recent interview between both Daisy Ridley and Adam Driver, and Daisy Ridley actually went on to explain that, you know, the whole transition of changing it from Kira to Rey was a very interesting thing to do. It was a more simplistic name. It was easier to say in a sense, but I think that Kira sounds more Star Wars-y in a sense, to me at least. So I think it would be so amazing if Rian Johnson were to take a different take on Rey as a character and combine these two names. Maybe Kira could very well end up being her real name, the old concept from J.J. Abrams. Placing that, and Rey itself would become her surname, making her Kira Rey. Doesn't it ring? It really rings to me. You got Kylo Ren, Kira Rey, Poe Dameron, but Finn, alright? That's another revelation that I want to see happen in Star Wars The Last Jedi, and maybe I'll get into that in another video. So guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments section, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.